That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
We got to stop them on defense. We get them in passing situations, we're in a good shape.
Okay, thank you.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Howdy folks, welcome to Valley Center District Stadium, where tonight the Andover Central Jaguars are coming into Valley Center to play the Valley Center Hornets. Andover Central comes in at a record of 3-0. They defeated Goddard last week with a score of 34-26. Then the Valley Center Hornets coming in on a 2-2 record, who defeated the Salina Central Mustangs 14-12.
Well, Caden, I'm definitely excited to see this game. Andover Central has a revamped offense this year. They took second place in 4A state last year, and they lost a lot of seniors, a lot of talent on the offensive side. That does not mean they are a weak team. They are a really good and consistent team. They have a new quarterback this year, Chase White, a senior, and overall, I mean, he throws for about 213 yards per game, so it's always a fun game watching him, and I'm excited to see this one. Then offensively as well, they split two running backs, Ashton Barkduel and Jacob Reese, and overall these two guys are beasts. They will run you over, they will break tackles left and right, and it is so much fun to see them play. They'll split carries pretty evenly. They also play linebacker as well, so name to watch for on both sides of the ball. And I'm excited to see this one. They're averaging 212 rushing yards per game, so definitely a fun one to see. They're the definition of a balanced offense, so it'll be a lot of fun tonight on the offensive side for Andover.
And like you said, Andover Central, a very balanced offense. At game time, your weather will be 64 degrees with a light breeze out of the south. So it'll be a very good temperature tonight for the game.
Well, and that definitely affects the defense, that wind out of the south. But this defense overall, they play very quick, very high pace, and they do let up 30 points a game. But that is one thing they make up. They've had 10 turnovers through the 3 games they've played. And I mentioned 3 games played. They did miss one game week 2 because of coronavirus, but they're back in the swing of things, and they play very fast, very aggressive. Their secondary plays a lot of cover 3, cover 4, so it's going to be tough to deep pass against this team, but I'm excited to see how the Hornets can attack the run game.
And Caleb, I'm really excited for this matchup tonight. Kickoff is at 7. We'll see you back then.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the food guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the food guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome here to Valley Center. I am Caden Bastion, joined alongside Caleb Rose, and tonight we have an exciting matchup between the Andover Central Jaguars and your Valley Center Hornets.
Well, and I'm definitely excited for this one. It's going to be a fun one. And I want to mention this real quick. That moment of silence we just saw there was for Deacon Clausen, a West Elementary first grader who passed away on September the 19th due to complications from asthma. And we put our best wishes with his family and know that he was a very great kid and attended champ camp every year, but always a fun kid. And yeah, prayers go out to that family. But I'm definitely excited to see this one. We saw Andover Central coming in at 3-0. They won last week against Goddard, and it was definitely a fun one.
And Andover Central, definitely a balanced offense. They're, like you said, they had almost exactly enough receiving yards as they did rushing yards, and so I'm excited to see Andover Central come out here with that offense.
Well, and definitely. And they're typically known for their running game, but their passing game is really underrated. So I'm excited to see what they can do. 213 yards a week. But here is the coin toss. It's deferred by your Hornets. And so the Andover Central Jaguars will receive this to get this ball game started. But definitely excited for this one. And I mean, early in the season, we saw two very talented opponents the Hornets had to face in Hutchinson, the Salt Hawks, and then the Goddard Lions. And they struggled against those two teams. They were close to making a comeback, but it just wasn't there because they didn't have that confidence. You to win 34-6 that really boosts your confidence. And then you beat a league rival in Salina Central. I mean, your confidence is sky high right now. So I'm excited to see what they can do, use that momentum to face a talented team and see how that can come out. Because I know this Hornets team has definitely found their groove in the past 2 games. But I'm interested to see how it'll go, Caden.
Yeah, I am very excited. I'm excited to see this Valley defense come out and then this Andover Central offense to come out and just to see how those two mesh. The Andover Central offense is led by Chase White, who is a very calm passer, but he is also good at getting out of pocket, scrambling, and gaining some yards, making something out of nothing. So I'm excited to see him compete tonight against this Valley Center defense.
Well, definitely. It's going to be an interesting matchup. The Hornets are going to be challenged with a type of offense they've yet to see, and you have to cover everything. You have to be disciplined, do your job, no more, no less, and get your job done on the field, and that's how the Hornets defense can succeed.
And off here to kick is Hunter Sharp. Back deep to receive is Kyron Parrott and Donald Williams. And that'll start this ball game. Excuse me, number 22, Ashton Barkduel. He goes out to the right, and he finds a hole. He is pushed out of bounds about the 30-yard line, and that'll bring out this Andover Central offense.
Well, as we mentioned, I'm very excited about this one. The technical starting running back will be Jacob Reese, but he will split carries with Ashton Barkduel pretty much evenly. They both start at middle linebacker on the defensive side of the ball, but I'm very excited to see how this Hornets defense, because they run a 3-front with an outside linebacker, how they will be tested against this running type offense. They were tested week one with a running type offense against Hutchinson.
Chase White out of the shot, out to the left. He's pushed out of bounds, and that'll bring up a second down for the Andover Central offense.
And Jacob Reese with a quick shotgun toss to the left side. And he did a good job of cutting that edge, waiting until he got the sideline, and then getting the leverage, taking it north-south. And got a solid gain there of 7, I believe it is, but there is a flag on the play. And holding is the call, 10 yards from the spot of the penalty. But, I mean, a lot of times with a rolling out quarterback or a broken down play in general, you see a lot of holdings on the offensive side. Just they're frantic to get as many guys away from the ball carrier as you can. And, I mean, typical penalty that you would see in that type of situation. It's going to bring up first down and long.
And Chase White out here trying to get this offense moving. Got twins out to the left, one receiver out to the right. Motion, and that is a quick toss right there. And he is taken down early, but it's still a couple of yards there on that carry.
Well, and if you look at the Hornets, both of their wins, they started off and they got momentum on the defensive side. They made a hard-hitting stop on the first offensive drive for both of their losing teams. And you see there Hunter Sharp coming downhill, assisted by Jarrett Bergman, getting that hit, hitting the ball carrier hard. He wants to set the tone for this game in this first defensive drive, get something started.
Chase White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the left. He drops back, fires downfield, and that is going to be incomplete. Pass intended for number 10, Jack Bell.
And Jack Bell, I mean, this offense in general is a deep play type offense. So when they don't find success trying to run it slowly down the field, they are going to take a shot. Their average touchdown is 45 yards or more. And so they really are a long play type offense. You shut down those long plays, you get a cover 3, cover 4 type coverage. I mean, you can really shut down this offense.
This Andover Central now with 3rd and 16. White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the left and the right. White drops back, scrambles out to the right. And he's scrambling, and he is taken down in the backfield. That is a sack for this Valley Center defense.
And I love the teamwork there by this defensive unit. Good coverage by the secondary, allows time for this defensive line to get there, wrap him up for a sack. And that was a team sack. 3 or 4 guys there. Amazing job by the defensive line.
And that right there will bring out this punt team, who is led by number 11, Jacob Horn. Back deep to receive is number 35, Hunter Sharp. Snap. The kick is bobbled, and it'll go out of bounds. Now this Valley Center offense is going to come out with great field position.
Well, and there is a south wind of 12 miles per hour, so not sure if that affected it. It looked like it almost like rolled off of his ankle because of the spin that came off of it. Very awkward kick, and now your Hornets get incredible field position.
And right there, just the snap was off, so he had to kind of make some quick moves. So I'm not very surprised that it came off right. But now this Hornet offense with great field position. Let's see what they can do here.
We saw them run it a lot last week. Dominic Phillips starting off in the backfield. He had 130 yards in the game. Before that, 170.
Caleb Harden give to Phillips right up the middle. And Phillips will gain a couple yards on that play.
I mean, it's 2nd down and 8 now, but I just love the duo of Gabe Phillips and Dominic Phillips. Because of Dominic Phillips' 2 pass games where he's absolutely dominated, the Phillips brothers have now accounted for more than half of this Hornets team's touchdowns. So they're truly both incredibly talented, and I expect to see them used quite a bit here tonight.
And like you were saying, Phillips very talented. We'll see what he can do for the rest of this game. One receiver out to the right. And it looks like Valley Center got Andover Central to jump. That'll move them forward.
And that's one thing you notice in film is Andover Central is very, very aggressive. They are going to try and fire off the ball low and quickly. And so it's not that hard to get an offsides penalty called on them. So it's just something of being in the film room and noticing it.
I formation here. One receiver out to the right. Fake handoff, fires downfield, and almost caught there. Gabe Phillips almost brought it in, but it is dropped.
And that was a double tight formation there. You have 2 in routes there, and then I believe Stacy was on the right side running a go route. Levels type concept there after the play action, and just falls incomplete. Phillips had the open coverage just off the mark on the pass.
And with that play there, that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for this Valley offense. I formation here. Twins out to the left. One receiver out to the right. Harden takes a snap. That is a give to Warner. Warner is hit early. And it looks like he is going to be short of the 1st down.
And Ben Warner, definitely a short situation type guy. He has 63 yards on the season, and his longest rush is 9. So he's a guy that you can give him the ball, and he'll get the job done. And so far he's done that, just a little bit short of the 1st down.
And it looks like this Valley offense is staying out on the field. I like the play.
Well, I mean, with such incredible field position, I mean, that's the obvious call right here. Try and get the touchdown, get some momentum started.
Our formation, give to Phillips, and he'll take it, and he has the 1st down and more, and he is still on his feet. And he is still going. And he is brought down just short of the end zone. Great run there by Dominic Phillips.
And as a runner, you're told always keep your legs moving. That is all that play was. Kept his legs moving, never once gave up on that play. That's why he broke maybe 5, 10, 20 tackles. Not sure on that play, but that was just incredible by Dominic Phillips.
And right there, he gets hit, but he keeps going. He keeps those feet moving. You know, if he sees a defender in his way, he'll keep moving and moving. I formation here. One receiver out to the left. Harden takes a snap. Toss out to Phillips, and he goes to the outside, and he is in for the Valley Center touchdown. That will be 6.
And I love that play call there. You get a fired-up guy in Dominic Phillips, and he goes out and makes that play. Pulling guard was Austin Koash, and then Phillips just right off his butt slid in for the touchdown, and this Hornets team off to a great start.
And this is what the Hornets want, to put points up early on this Andover Central team, because they know their offense can come out here and score a lot. They're averaging 40 points a game. Hunter with the kick. The extra point is good. That'll be the score, 7-0. Hornets strike early. 7-0 is your score. We'll be back here after a few commercials. at Hornet Studios. Valley Center set to kick off. Hunter Sharp with the kick. And the kick is away. Ashton Barkduel back to receive. And he slips. And he is down at about the 19-yard line. That'll bring out White and his offense.
Well, and I absolutely love what has happened so far in this game. Hornets come out, set the defensive tone. They're hitting hard, and they're succeeding on the defensive side. Find a way to make a stop. Get the offense out there, score a touchdown. You get out here and you set the tone again. You're setting the tone as defensive prowess. You're going to hit them in the mouth every time. You're setting yourself up for victory this game.
And White and his offense is out on the field. Trips out to the left, one receiver out to the right. Shotgun formation. White takes it, handoff right up to the middle. And that is a good run there. First down and then some. On that run is number 21, Jacob Reese.
And Reese there able to get next level, saw that the linebackers were coming forward, shimming his way through a hole and had the opportunity to get to second level, try and make some plays against that secondary, and he did just that, picking up a first down.
Trips out to the left, one receiver to the right, shotgun formation. And the pass is just bobbled. Pass intended for number 2, Cooper Tabor.
And, I mean, simple screenplay there. You get a aggressive defense that's kind of sitting back, and they're trying to cover that deep ball, which is something you're very well known for. You can get a simple screen pass, and obviously just a mishandled ball, but typically that play is going to gain you 5 or 10 yards every time.
White and his offense coming out here on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff. And right there, Jacob Reese is wrapped up early, but he does gain a few yards there on the play.
And that was a good job of the center by exploiting that forefront defense from the Hornets. They are coming around, so you run the ball directly up the gut behind the center, allow him to clear a path. Good job by Tate Shirley, though, to get in there, make the tackle by recognizing that play.
And 3rd and 9 here for Andover Central, really striving for that first down. I'm excited to see what they can do here to try and get up to that first down. White in the shotgun, trips out to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. Reese in the backfield. And White rolls out to the left, fires, and that is caught. First down and then some. And that will move those chains. And that right there, that goes to Kyle Coleman, one of their star receivers.
And that right there, I mean, another simple levels concept. You have the inside receiver or the slot back in that situation running a corner route. Then you have an out route on the outside right at the chains. And so because of that, you're forcing the defender to make a decision. Good job by White identifying that.
White takes a snap. Handoff to Reese. He goes to the outside. He stays on his feet. And he goes out. That was a good carry there. That'll bring up 2nd and about 2.
Well, one thing that makes this running game so successful on long plays is the downfield blocking. It goes unnoticed, but it makes so much difference here. That turned a 4-yard play into an 8-yard play because of the downfield blocking.
2nd and 2 here for Andover Central. Reese in the shotgun, twins out to the left, 1 to the right. Motion, and that looks like a handoff there to Reese. He goes right up the middle, and that'll be enough for a first down. That'll move the chains.
I love the trickery there. A couple fake handoffs, a fake toss, something like that. You're definitely mixing it up on the offensive side, and I mean that's how you succeed in the offensive running game. And keep that up, keep this defense guessing, and you'll find success on the ground.
And with that 1st and 10, that'll put the ball at the Valley Center 39-yard line. Reese in the shotgun, twins out to the right and to the left. White takes a snap, fires down the middle, passes off the mark.
And quick slant route over to the left side, just off the mark there. You're told as a quarterback, you get that ball off immediately, so a sense of regret in White's mind right now. You don't know where that receiver is necessarily going to be, and you're also trying to make sure it doesn't fall into the hands of the defender, so get kind of nervous there in the pocket, throwing a quick slant route like that. It shows it was off the mark.
White on the shotgun, takes a snap. There's a handoff right there to Reese, and he'll take it right up the middle, and he is brought down.
And that right there was a draw play. Typically, the intent of a draw play is you get the quarterback standing up tall, you get pass blockers, making it look like a pass play. You get those linebackers dropping back, and then you hand off to the running back. He has some separation between those linebackers and is able to get a 5 or 6 yard gain just like that.
Reese in the shotgun. We've got one receiver out to the left, and that is just a handoff to Reese. Reese will go to the outside, and he'll stay on his feet. He keeps going, and he is showing off that speed, and he is hit, and he is brought down at about the 6 yard line. That is a first down, and then a good margin there for the Jaguar offense.
Well, this is a really tough offense to cover right now because you're trying to get that cover 4. It's been mainly cover 4 for your Hornets, so they're trying to get that cover 4. That's taking away outside linebackers, outside edge, and so Reese has plenty of time and plenty of leverage to get around the sideline and make some plays on the edge. He's done exactly that here tonight.
And with that, the Jaguar offense have 6 yards to go, and that'll shotgun formation here. White takes a snap. That's just a handoff again to Reese, and he hits, and that is going to be a touchdown Andover Central.
And Reese yet again showing why he's one of the top running backs in the AVCTL. He's just incredible at breaking tackles. I mean, you cannot arm tackle him. It is all, you have to fundamentally tackle him. And so showing yet again he can run over players, and it showed there for a touchdown.
White here to kick the extra point. Snap is good, and the kick is off the mark. That is going to be no good there. That'll be 7-6 as your score.
And that is already the Hornets' 3rd blocked field goal of the season.
7-6 your score. We'll be back here after a few short messages.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
Welcome back. 7-6 is your score. Your Hornets are on top. White here to kick the ball away to the Hornets, and Hunter Sharp is back deep to receive.
And right now, this is a brand new ball game, Caden. After it being, almost even because of the blocked field goal, but both of these teams have a lot of sense of momentum, a lot of talent, and so right now it's 0-0 right now, even though the scoreboard might not say it.
Cade Wilson, he gets the ball, and he was breaking a few tackles there, and a good return there. That'll give the Hornets good field position to bring out that offense.
And real quick, I want to mention that incredible play by Cade Wilson, the 5'9" defensive back, pushing a pile like he's a fullback. That's just a lot of fun to watch. So your Hornets offense out on the field, led by Harden, and so far, they've tried to get the pass game working here and there, but it's been all run game up to this point, or their one offensive drive that worked. So I say keep it on the ground and keep running that ball.
And the Hornets come out with a 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. I formation, twins out to left, one receiver out to the right, and that is fired at Hunter Stacy, and he'll gain a few yards there.
And that was just a quick out route there from Hunter Stacy. Recognizing the fact that it's a zone coverage, you have some leverage. You can throw those short routes all day, and it's kind of a contained type coverage from Andover Central. So they'll allow those 4-yard gains. They just don't want you to hit the chains. And so now it's 2nd and manageable.
2nd and 5 here for the Hornets. One receiver out to the left, one receiver out to the right. I formation. And it looks like that is going to be a false start here. And that'll move the Hornets back.
So
So back to where they started at 2nd down and 10, but I'd not be surprised to see them go right back to the air this time. Maybe to Gabe Phillips to the left side. We saw him out to the left side in that last formation, which is where I was thinking they'd go, but here they are with him to the left side of the offensive line.
I formation here. Harden takes a snap, give to Warner, and he about gets through that line, but he'll gain about a yard on that carry.
And that was a give to Warner. We saw the fake afterwards. That was Harden and Phillips rolling out to a pitch option. That's not something we've seen a lot this year in this offensive scheme is pitch options, which personally are one of my favorite things and something we've seen in years past for this Hornets team. And I mean, it does have its negative sides to it. I'd be interested to see if they maybe try and pull that next time and get a pitch option with how athletic Harden is.
I formation here. Twins out to the right, one receiver out to the left. Harden drops back, fires downfield. He is looking for Gabe Phillips, and that is right over the hands of Gabe Phillips. About hauled it in.
And Gabe Phillips last week, I know I Tony Romo'd this play before it, but you see Gabe Phillips go out on his own, single receiver to the outside, especially with man coverage at 6'2". I mean, that is so tough to guard. That's how he got his touchdown last week. But you send him out there all alone, and you're looking to get a big play. Unfortunately, just a hair off the mark on that one.
And Cade Wilson out here to punt the ball away on this 4th and 9. The snap is good, and the kick is away. And that kick there will bring out this Andover Central offense at about midfield.
Well, it's much colder than it has been in games past, so when that happens, the ball gets pretty hard, and it's tough to kick, almost like kicking a rock. So not sure neither punter has been able to get a good grip on that ball. But it will bring up 1st down and 10 from midfield.
And Andover Central coming off a touchdown on the last drive, hoping to repeat what they did. White in the shotgun. Twins out to the right, one receiver out to the left. Motion. White takes a snap. Handoff. And right there, that was just Ashton Barkdual hit, but he keeps going. And that was a good play there. And
well, right there, I mean, I love the fact that this offensive line, not only does Barkdual break a tackle there, I will give him that, but this offensive line, just straight man-on-man blocking, and they're able to get some leverage and get some holes open for Ashton Barkdual to make a play. That shows how talented they are.
Trips out to the left, one receiver out to the right. White takes a snap, fires downfield, and he has an open receiver, and that is bobbled. That right there is number 10, Jack Bell, almost hauled it in.
And, I mean, simple as that, a defensive miscommunication. Looked like cover 3 before the play, and not sure what happened there. Maybe some miscommunication between the safety and the corner on that left side, excuse me. But he had plenty of leverage to be open, and a good play there by Caleb Peach.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for this Andover Central offense. Out of the shotgun is White. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. White will take it. And that is just a handoff right there to Barkdual. But he makes his way, and that'll be enough for a 1st down to move those chains.
And, I mean, it's tough to stop a guy who can gain 4 or 5 yards every play, no matter what defense he's playing. And this is truly an incredible weapon that Andover Central has. 2 incredible weapons that they have. It's tough to stop a guy like that on the ground. And
that'll bring up 1st and 10 for this Andover Central offense. That is going to be White out of the shotgun. We got Twins out to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Motion. Flag on the play. That is going to be a false start. And that'll just move Andover Central back. Now is going to be a 1st and 15 for the Jaguar offense.
Well, that is just a sigh of relief from the Hornets. Some negative yardage for this Andover Central team because as a defensive unit, you naturally get more tired than the offense. So they're just grinding and moving the ball down the field inch by inch, and it really wears on you as a defense. Seeing some negative yardage is always a great sight.
Out of the shotgun. Motion. It looks like it's just a screen pass right there to Barkdual. and he is taken down about the line of scrimmage.
And I absolutely love the call for zone coverage there. You see that inside receiver. Jarrett Berkman stays right where he is. Typically a guy that would follow him or at least drape over him on the defensive side of the ball. Stays exactly where he is. Good play recognition. And was there, stayed at home, stopped the screen.
And they motioned Davin Sims over to try and confuse this Hornet defense. But as you can see right there, that just did not work on them. Out of the shotgun is White. One receiver out to the right, and we got trips to the left. White takes a snap. Handoff there to Reese. And Reese gains a few yards there, gets about to where they would be on a regular 1st and 10, but that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for this Andover Central offense.
Well, and I really love the use of the draw play. In my personal opinion, it's not used enough at the high school level. And the Andover Central Jaguars have executed it to perfection. And it's tough. It's really tough as a defensive unit to run against the draw play.
3rd down and 10 here for the Jaguars. Twins out to the right and twins out to the left. White takes a snap, drops back. Fires down to the middle. And that right there is bobbled by Davin Sims. But it is dropped, going to be an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down for the Jaguars.
And that was a really good route concept there. You're attacking that center safety in a cover 3 zone. There were 2 post routes, and that was just a check down route because of the good pressure on the defensive line.
And holding there on the offense. The penalty is declined, though, so that'll bring up 4th down for this Jaguar offense.
And you have to wonder, in good field position, it looks like they will punt, but there's always the option to go for it when you're only at the 40. And so now with a good stop, your Hornets have another opportunity to drive down that field. They weren't able to get it done last time, but we'll see what happens on this next one.
Jacob Horn Jr. here to punt the ball away, and we have Hunter Sharp in the backfield, deep to receive. Snap is there, and the kick is high. Backspin on the ball, and it is downed at about the 29-yard line, excuse me.
Right idea with the backspin. Just you get the ball too high up there, and the wind kind of does its own thing with that ball. So good idea by Horn, just not quite there because it was a little bit too high. So out comes this offense, and I'm excited to see what they can do. They have a little bit of vengeance. They made a good defensive stop, or the Hornets did, so now they have some ground to work with here, and now I say keep running the ball. I mean, it's worked so far, and no reason to change it.
I formation here. Got twins out to the left, and that is a toss out to the outside. Phillips trying to get to the outside. Breaks a few tackles, but he is brought down at the 35-yard line.
And I absolutely love these sweep plays with this offensive line along with Ben Warner and Dominic Phillips in the backfield. I mean, they're just incredible at lead blocking. Plus, you got that twins out there. There's plenty of room to work with, plenty of green to work with, and drag down from behind, but still, I mean, there's a lot of potential in that play for the future.
7-6 your score. That is the end of the first quarter. We'll be back here in just a moment.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And welcome back here in Valley Center. 7-6 is your score. The Hornets are on top by 1 against the Andover Central Jaguars. Hornets here coming out in the second quarter. They're about a 2nd and 3 here. Let's see what they can do on this drive.
Well, and they set good defensive tone last drive after giving up a touchdown, but now they have to transfer that onto the offensive side of the ball.
I formation, motion out to the left. That is just a give there to Phillips. Phillips trying to find the outside, does not get it, and he is wrapped up early, and that'll be a loss of yards. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Valley Center offense.
Well, and I love the play, the type of play that Dominic Phillips runs. He goes up to the line of scrimmage, and then he just kind of sits there. It's similar to Le'Veon Bell in the NFL. Just kind of sits there. He waits for the hole. He's going to shift down the line of scrimmage, and typically that works. Just good edge rushing there. I believe that was number 81, Kyle Coleman, at defensive in there, who made that play, but just kind of sits there, shifts down the line. Good edge rushing, was able to take away that play, though.
And if you think you're seeing double, you are not. Kyle Coleman is also a receiver on the Andover Central offense. I formation here. I formation here for the Hornets. And a timeout called by Valley Center.
Looks like a simple miscommunication there. Kaufman was running off the field at last second, but talk it over for a minute.
And right there, you know, just like you said, simple miscommunication. I'm excited to see what the Hornets can do here on this 3rd down to try and move the chains.
Well, I think the opportunity right here is to air it out a little bit. I mean, yes, the run game has had its successes here and there, but if you can get this passing game developed, I mean, with Harden, how good he's recently been doing. He's got a 92 quarterback rating, 8 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions on the year. He has improved tremendously since last year, so it's always fun to see what he can do through the air. And I think right now, 3rd down and 7, perfect time to get the air game started.
And we'll see if you Tony Romo'd that play there. I formation here for the Hornets. Twins out to the right, 1 receiver out to the left. Harden drops back, and that is caught by Hunter Stacy, but he is hit, and he is taken out there. That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 2.
And the intent there, a hitch route, was to get to the chains, get the catch at the chains, but because of the awkward positioning of the defender, Stacy wasn't able to do that. He just wanted to get that ball, try and get some more yards, trying to get the 1st down, but good defense there by Andover Central.
And a 4th and 2 here. Back deep to receive for the Jaguars is number 10, Jack Bell. And to punt for the Hornets is number 2, Cade Wilson. And the punt is away. Is going to go out of bounds there. And that'll bring out the Andover Central offense led by quarterback number 15, Chase White.
And Chase White, I mean, not been the out of the air type of guy I've expected, but that's just simply because this run game has been dominant per usual from Andover Central. And this hasn't been their typical 40 points per game night, but they're still managing to get the job done. You're able to set the tone here defensively for the Hornets. You have to come out and make some offensive plays, but so far, I mean, Andover Central has dominated time with possession.
Andover Central, White out of the shotgun. Trips out to the right, and that is just going to be a screen pass there. And he takes that to the outside, but he is hit, and he's brought down there. Number 6, Davin Sims, is who was there on the catch.
And I absolutely love everything about the play style of Hunter Sharp. He is leading the team in tackles, solo tackles, and 2nd in passes defended. But the second he sees the ball go any direction, he is there immediately to make the stop. He went coast to coast there to make that stop.
And a handoff there to Reese. Reese finds a hole, and he takes it, and he is brought down there. He got a 1st and many, and so that'll bring up a 1st and 10 there for this Jaguar offense.
Well, and before the game, according to Max Preps, Jacob Reese ran for 7.9 yards per carry. Absolutely insane statistic. Average running back averages maybe 4 at the most. But seeing plays like that, how often he breaks off a long run to the 2nd level, I mean, it puts it in perspective. He really is a guy who can get the job done like that.
Out of the shotgun here is White. He'll take the snap, and that is Reese again. He gets out to the outside, but he is brought down there.
And solid blocking by the offensive line, but that play went second level because of the speed and acceleration that Reese hit the hole with. And so because of that, he was able to get past a couple defenders, make the play, get 7 yards on the gain.
White out of the shotgun here. Twins out to the right and to the left. Reese in the backfield. White takes a snap. Another give to Reese. Reese powers through, and that is enough to move those chains for a first down for Andover Central.
Well, and we haven't seen much of the air here tonight for the Jaguars. I'd maybe expect to see them pass here on 1st and goal, try and punch it in.
Out of the shotgun here is White. White scrambling, and he just fires that away. And that right there is almost picked, but that is just bobbled, and that'll just be an incomplete pass.
Well, I thought I Tony Romo'd it there with the passing game, but clearly obvious why they haven't been passing recently is the way that this defensive line for the Hornets is able to pass rush is just incredible. I mean, I love seeing them pass rush week in, week out. And so, I mean, it's tough to run a passing offense against them, and it's clearly been shown here tonight with the Jaguars.
White out of the shotgun, Twins out to the left. And that is going to be another give to Reese. Reese trying to find the outside. He does not find it. And it looks like that is going to be a loss of yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down for this Jaguar offense.
And it becomes tougher and tougher to run the ball once you get closer to the end zone. You get those outside linebackers coming forward, not as much deep coverage, and so it's really tough to run towards the sideline and get that sideline edge like you typically would in the open field.
Jaguars here have 8 yards before they get to the end zone, and on this 3rd down, I'm excited to see what they can do. White out of the shotgun. Motion there. White drops back, fires down. And that is great defense there. The throw is not caught there in the end zone, so that'll bring up 4th down for Andover Central.
And that throw went to Jacob Horn Jr., a 6'2" receiver. Perfectly understandable play call there close to the goal line. The goal there, just get him to the corner of the end zone, lob it up. Hopefully getting him matched up on a corner was actually what happened on that play. Incredible play, though, by Caleb Peach.
And White out to try and put 3 on the board and have Andover Central take the lead. Snap in the holder there. Low kick. And that is going to be no good.
And I don't think it was tipped there, Caden. I think that was, just a flat-out miss there. And, typically White is typically a guy who doesn't feel pressure, but not sure what happened there just off the mark.
And as you can see right there, that was just good defense there. Valley swarming around trying to just make White get a missed kick, which he did there. And so Valley will retain possession and will keep their lead at 7-6. Valley Center is going to come out onto the field. Ball is at the 20-yard line.
Well, and because the kick was out of bounds, technically a touchback is the call. So 1st down and 10. Excited to see what they can do here out of the I formation.
Like you said, I formation motion. That's just going to be a toss there to Phillips. Phillips trying to get through the line, and he is wrapped up. The play is called dead. So it's going to be a gain of 1 there on that run.
Well, one thing I've loved, one thing I've loved through the course of the year, the Hornets have maintained their patience with the run game. They always want to continue running it and try and succeed through the run game. But right now the run game is struggling a little bit, and so they've done a good job over the course of the season. When the run game is struggling, they do a play action. And now's the perfect time to do a play action after a failed run play. You can get a solid gain out of it.
Harden under center, Warner in the backfield. Looks like a fake there, and that is caught by Gabe Phillips. And that'll be enough for the 1st down to move those chains for Valley Center.
And every time the Hornets have done that formation, just Warner in the backfield, it's been a direct handoff to Warner. Perfect timing, understanding how much Andover Central has been watching film. And so you get those linebackers coming forward. You get a guy, 6'2", athletic guy in Gabe Phillips going over the middle on a slant route. Doesn't matter if linebacker's there. He's going to make the catch, but still wide open, gets a Hornet 1st down.
One receiver out to the left. And that'll be a handoff there to Phillips. Phillips trying to get the outside. And he is brought down there. And that'll bring up second down for the Hornet offense.
And with that 2 fullback formation, typically that creates chaos on the offensive line. Good job by the offensive line with communicating with the backs, clearing a hole for Phillips to run through. That was an incredible play and well executed.
Dual fullback formation again here for the Hornets. Harden out of the shotgun. Be another give there to Phillips. Phillips is brought down early. That is going to be a loss of 2. And that'll bring up third down for this Hornet offense.
Well, you know what I think might be interesting, Caden? It seems risky, not a typical play that you run out of this formation. But if you do this set again, maybe a play action. Have some of your guys go on a wheel route, something like that. Hunter Sharp manned up on his guy, throw it to him, maybe something like that. That would be very interesting and a complete oddball, curveball type play.
It would confuse the defense because again, here we go. The dual fullback formation, Harden in the shotgun. And a fake there. Harden rolls out, and that is caught by Hunter Sharp, and he has enough for the first down. A flag on the play, though.
And simple in route. You notice that it's zone coverage, and I feel like I've abused this sentence, but I love the way that Harden lets the route develop across the field, finds Sharp after he's run through all the zones, and finds that open gap on the other side of the field.
Awaiting the call on the field.
Defensive holding is the call. And I believe that will be tacked on to the end of that play there. And so that will be a Hornet first down. That first down brought to you by All Saints Home Care.
And the Hornets here moved those chains, and now we have a 1st and 10 here on the field.
So some confusion between the refs, but the play will be declined and the penalty will be accepted. So will indeed be a Hornet first down.
Hornets at midfield. I formation here for the Hornets. Harden takes a snap, toss out to the right. Phillips takes it out to the right, and he is pushed out of bounds. So now that'll bring up second down for the Hornets.
I love the speed that Phillips hits that edge with. Gets around the edge, makes the play, understands that, yeah, he's going to get a lead block from his guard, but he understands that he doesn't necessarily need to be that patient because he's trying to get to the sideline. Does a good job of that there, makes a play.
Second down and 5 here for the Hornets. I formation. Oh, excuse me. Split I formation here for the Hornets. One receiver out to the left. That's just going to be a give to Phillips, but he is brought down early. That is going to be a loss of yards there for the Hornets.
And right there, that's a counter play. The intent was, you see the step before the snap, and then a cutback from both Warner and Dominic Phillips, trying to get that just one simple front step from the linebackers going that direction, and then you get the momentum the other way. And that defensive line didn't even need to play recognized. They just made the play early there.
And on that play, that was a loss of 2 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 here for the Hornets. I formation. Oh, a little bit of shifting there. And that is going to be a fake handoff. And Warner will get the pass, and he goes. And he has the first down and then some. That'll move the chains for Valley Center.
That is the 5th time the Hornets have run that play, and the 3rd time it's worked out like they wanted it to. And I don't think this can go unnoticed. Gabe Phillips out there on his own to the left and made an incredible seal block in order for the Hornets to get a first down. There is a flag on the play, though. And the call is illegal blindside block. You get a wide receiver out there and then a defensive back pursuing. Typical call in that type of situation with the situation on the field. So it'll be a 10-yard walk-off, I believe. No, excuse me, 15-yard walk-off from the spot of the foul.
And so now this is going to bring up a 3rd and long here for the Valley Center Hornets. Hornets now want to get as close as they can to that first down mark. I would not be surprised to see them have a little screen pass and have a bunch of lead blockers to try and get to that first down.
Well, and with the absolute athleticism of Dominic Phillips, I wouldn't be surprised, as you were saying.
Hornets here. Harden drops back, fires midfield, and that is almost picked off there by number 33 on the Jaguars, Noah Garcia. That'll bring up 4th down for your Hornets.
And as a quarterback on a go route over the middle, you're looking to throw that immediately because you let that develop, and it's a very awkward angle to catch it from a receiver. You just want to turn your shoulder real quick, make a catch on a line. And so because that miscommunication, Phillips was running more across the field instead rather than just a straight up type route. Miscommunication there on 3rd down, and it will bring up 4th.
Cade Wilson here to punt the ball away for the Hornets. Snap is high. The kick is away. Fair catch called there. That fair catch there is called by number 22, Ashton Barkduel.
I think that was about the first punt we've seen that's gone into double-digit yards. But pushing this Andover Central offense to the 32. And thus far, I mean, it's been all running games so far. And so I'm interested to see what it will be or how they'll attack this offensive drive.
White here out of the shotgun, twins out to the right, one receiver out to the left. White takes a snap. That is just a handoff there to Barkduel. Barkduel powers through the line. He is hit, but he keeps moving. That'll bring up 2nd down there for the Andover Central Jaguars.
Well, and it's fun to watch Barkduel run because not only does he have that size at 6'1", but also he moves. He's very shifty. You never see him running through that hole without moving or shifting his shoulders, trying to get someone out of his way. And it's fun to watch him run behind this offensive line.
White takes a snap. That is just a handoff there to Barkduel. Barkduel powers ahead. That is going to move the chains there for the Jaguars.
And I love the lead blocking, a pulling center in this situation. Not a typical play that you see in high school football, but it definitely worked out there. And good job by Barkduel following his blockers.
Out of the shotgun again here is the Jaguars. Twins out to the left, one receiver out to the right. Motion there. Davin Sims takes it. And he cuts right up the gut there, but he is brought down. And that is going to bring up 2nd down for the Jaguars.
And I think cut it up just a little bit too early, tried to force something, but good lead blocking once again. You see Barkduel there, and then an inside receiver trying to make that play, and Sims diving up the gut, gaining about 3 on that one.
2nd and 7 here for the Andover Central Jaguars. White out of the shotgun. Toss there to Barkduel. Barkduel goes outside. And Barkduel lowers his shoulder there, but it looks like he's going to be short of the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1 here for the Jaguars.
Well, not only can he take it up the middle and make a play, but there he is taking it towards the edge. And one thing to mention, it is homecoming night here at Valley Center District Stadium. That will be broadcasted here on Hornet Studios, so stay tuned for that.
3rd and 1 here for the Andover Central Jaguars. White out of the shotgun again. Well, White takes under center. Looks like he's going to keep it himself. And he is going to be short of the first down.
We've seen a similar play against Goddard, and a lot of offenses in high school run this in short yardage type situations. But, I mean, as a defense, you have to be prepared for anything, and clearly they were.
And right here, it looks like Jaguars offense is going to stay out on the field, and that right there is the right play call. You're in good field position, and it's 4th and inches. Keep that offense out there. White out of the shotgun. Barkduel out in the backfield, and he is going to have enough for the first down. 1st and 10 there for the Jaguars.
And seeing a 6'1" running back with his speed, that is scary to tackle a guy like that. You put him there on 4th down, you let him hit the hole with that much momentum. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of hole you have. He can just push the pile, and did a good job of it there to pick up a first down.
1st and 10 here for the Jaguars. White out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Can't find a receiver. He's rolling out to the right. And he is brought down, but not after a gain of a few yards there.
And that was an all-hitch concept there. Every one of those 4 receivers for Andover Central running hitches. And quite an easy concept to contain if you're the Hornets defense. They do a good job of it there, and broken down play forces White to run.
2nd and 7 here for the Jaguars. White out of the shotgun, twins out to the left and to the right. Give there to Barkduel. Barkduel going to the outside. He has the first down and then some. Barkduel pushed out of bounds there, and that'll move the chains for the Andover Central Jaguars.
And that's one thing, the difference between pass rushing and rushing against the run. I mean, you get a guy off the edge there, the defensive end, trying to pass rush because it is more of a spread type formation. That opened up the gap for Barkduel to shift over to the right side, make a play because of the defensive end.
After that gain of 11, that'll bring up first down. White takes a snap. He's looking downfield, fires, and that is just over the head there of Davin Sims. Looking for him again downfield, and that is just off the mark.
Well, and I mentioned it last week. It was Logan Losey last week, and this time it's Davin Sims. But the inside receiver there, not sure if that was a go route. I believe it was a wheel route, which similar concept on the sideline. But you have an outside linebacker covering him there, and that's tough to make a deep play against an outside linebacker.
2nd and 10 here for the Jaguars. Trips out to the left. Barkduel takes it, and he'll keep pushing there. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down there. And that was a good run there. Keep it on his feet. That'll move the chains for the Jaguars.
Well, year in and year out, I love the way the Hornets pursue the ball. They always have 3 or 4 guys there. But with Barkduel, that seems to be irrelevant. He's throwing guys left and right, getting past his defenders like it's nothing. And so on this drive, especially, he's shown that he's a very talented runner.
7-6 here is your score. We'll be back here in Valley Center after a few short commercials. And welcome back to Valley Center. 7-6 is your score with 49 seconds left in this first half. White out of the shotgun. Looks like some confusion there on the field.
And I believe it is with the clock there. We're 49 seconds now. I believe it's reset to 50 seconds.
White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the left and to the right. Barkduel on the backfield. White will roll out to the left. Fires downfield. And he has his open receiver, Davin Sims, in for the touchdown. That'll put 6 on the board for Andover Central.
Well, and I mean, that was what I was thinking in my head before that drive. I mean, you have, it's first down. You have 3 plays to air it out. Then if not, you can always attempt the field goal. And right there, on the first play of airing it out, it works out.
Chase White here trying to make it 13-7 here. The snap is bobbled. And White just throws it away there. And that is going to be no good. 12-7 will be your score.
Well, and I absolutely love, I want to talk about that scoring play right there. Cover 3 defense, an inside receiver running a post route, but before he ran that post route, he broke into the high safety zone and then cut out, drawing that high safety down. Then you have a backside post route that got into where typically a cover 3 safety would be, but because that other side receiver was able to draw away the safety, it was able to give him enough space to make a touchdown grab.
And right there, just a good throw and good catch there, and that just put 6 up on the board for Andover Central. But both their touchdowns, they could not convert on that extra point, so it's going to be 12-7 here. Valley Center with 45 seconds left. Do you think that they can get anything here? Do you think they can put any points up there on the board?
I'm not going to say yes or no to that question because we've seen the Hornets surprise us many times here, but I say yes. You throw some long passes, get some balls down the field, and you try and at least get that because, I mean, it's almost halftime. You have 2 timeouts left. You can try and drive down that field, and if not, it's no big deal. You have some momentum going into the half if you gain some yardage, but yes, the intent is to try and get that touchdown or at least maybe a chip shot field goal, that kind of thing.
And White here to kick the ball away. And the kick is away. Hunter Sharp there receives. He's running right up the middle. And he cuts out right. And he looks like he found an open part of the field. And right there he's taken to the outside. And he is pushed out of bounds at about midfield.
And a flag on the play. Getting his helmet ripped off was Cesar Morales. So I think that might have something to do with it. But 2 flags on the play, excuse me. But, I mean, that is a perfect way to start off a return. And considering the flags aren't against the Hornets, I mean, you're set up in perfect position now with 2 timeouts, 35 seconds to at least try and get something on the board before halftime.
And Hunter Sharp on that kick return just found the outside and knew that there was nobody out there, so he cut out and he started running.
Well,
and
not necessarily that there was no one out there, Caden, but more so that he was confident he could beat the defenders with his speed, and he did exactly that, showing his really incredible athleticism on that one.
yeah, you're exactly right because, yeah, like you said, he knew that he could outrun those guys, so he cuts the outside to try and get some yards, to get better yardage for this Valley Center offense. And penalties will offset there with a holding call on the Hornets, then a unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe, on the Jaguars. So those penalties will offset, and that'll bring out this Andover Central offense. I mean, excuse me, this Valley Center offense.
Well, and we haven't seen them pass much so far today, but, I mean, if there's any time to get it started, it's right when you need a big play. And, excuse me, it looks like they might redo the kick. It's not clear from the referee, but that is the formation the Hornets line up in.
And, yeah, you're exactly right, Caleb. Looks like they are going to redo the kick.
Well, that's tough for the Hornets after getting a return off to the 45, and the clock stays at 35 seconds. The Hornets in a rough situation here.
So, out deep to return here is Hunter Sharp, and so Chase White is here to kick this ball away to this Valley Center receiving team. So number 38, Cesar Morales, has to sit out on this play because his helmet came off. White here to kick. It looks like some miscommunication there on the field.
Well, this has definitely not been a fun series of events for the referees. I believe they did not blow the whistle before the kickoff, therefore an illegal kick. Not going to be flagged on that one typically, but just waiting until the whistle is blown, make sure clock is running, all that is set.
And number 15, Chase White, is also the quarterback for the Andover Central offense. And so you are not seeing double. You don't need to go to the doctor or anything because he is also the quarterback for the offense. So he's playing both kicker and QB for this Andover Central team. White here to kick it away. Hunter Sharp to receive it. Looks like they just bobbled, but he will still take it. And he goes right up the middle, and he is hit. And he is brought down. 27 seconds left. This Valley Center offense now comes out onto the field.
And you have 27 seconds remaining. And had it been 35 seconds at the 45-yard line, yes, full send, deep passes. But right now, maybe a long shot, maybe one long shot. And if that doesn't work out, take the knee, go into the half, and talk about it over halftime. But really an unfortunate series of events for this Hornets team, put in even worse field position.
And for the Hornets, twins out to the right, one receiver out to the left. Well, Harden under center. And it looks like a fakes toss, and he fires downfield. And Sharp will make a catch there, and that'll move the chains, and he is out of bounds. 23 seconds left.
And that was an incredible play. I mean, you're just looking to get an easy run out of the half, play action, get it to Hunter Sharp, 4 seconds tick off the clock, and you've got yourself a first down and more. So keep this up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see at least 3 on the board.
Harden out of the shotgun here. Twins out to the right, one receiver out to the left. Harden drops back, fires. He finds Hunter Stacy, but Hunter Stacy is hit immediately, and he is brought down.
And a timeout there for your Hornets. And really, I mean, that play, the first play of the drive, that was a solid play, but now you're looking to get it more down the field. And, I mean, after that play, it's going to be much tougher to get it down the field, Caden, because you caught them off guard the first play, but now they're in a pass defense type mode, and so it's going to be a lot harder to get gains. That play right there, Gabe Phillips with the inside receiver, he was trying to run that clear out route and then get Hunter Stacy on the hitch route and get him open with no defenders on him. Unfortunately, didn't work there, and they're forced to call a timeout. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
And Hornet offense coming out here. Twins out to the left. Harden out of the shotgun, fires down the middle, and he is looking for Gabe Phillips, but it looks like it is intercepted there. Intercepted by number 10, Jack Bell. And that'll bring out this Jaguar offense with 11 seconds left.
And so now I assume the Jaguars offense would just take it into the half, but I mean, really there, Harden looked down the field and was looking for Gabe Phillips, just knew that Gabe Phillips would be there, and the throw just hardly off the mark there. So intercepted, and a good play, good read by Jack Bell.
And right there, the Hornets wanted some points on the board, so they were firing downfield, but it just didn't work out for them. Out of the shotgun here is White. Twins out to the left and the right. And that is just a give there. And that is a first down and more. Great run there by number 22, Ashton Barkduel. 4 seconds left on the clock. Looks like a timeout is taken by Andover Central.
And Andover Central, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, clearly should have been a pass play there. A draw play worked to perfection because no one was expecting a run. And then you get Barkduel out of the backfield with a full head of steam running down the field like that. He's almost impossible to tackle. And so incredible play call, and by knowing your offense from Andover Central. And so overall a pretty solid play call, and now they're in solid scoring position. I mean, you have 4 seconds left on the clock, so only one play, but when you get a shot towards the end zone, one more shot towards the end zone is way better than just taking it in the end of the half.
And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a shot downfield to Davin Sims earlier on the last drive, there was a shot downfield, Davin Sims, which was not caught. But I think there'll be another shot downfield to him. Out of the shotgun here is White. One receiver out to the left, twins out to the right. Barkdale in the backfield. And that right there is caught by number 81, Kyle Coleman.
Well, excuse me, I said one more play. They'll get 2 more plays. Well, excuse me, they will not. Refs blow that as the end of the half.
12-7 to score. Andover Central is on top. We'll be back after the half.
Here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your
fall homecoming. Tonight we are lucky enough to have 6 amazing senior candidates. Our first homecoming candidate is Jalea Kashmir Alexis Hottie. She is the daughter of Todd Hottie. Jalea is involved in cross country, track, women's choir, girls group, and perhaps bowling this winter. Her current plans are to get a scholarship in track and major in zoology. Jalea's favorite part of high school was making memories with new friends, the time spent working hard with her teammates and coaches, and the accomplishments she has made so far. A piece of advice that she would like to share with others from Dr. Tracy B is, this is a moment. A really hard one, just like every other moment. This one will pass. Breathe. Jalea promises that life is only as stressful as you make it. Never doubt yourself and don't take time for granted because it truly does fly by. Jalea would like to be remembered as unique, goofy, selfless, and someone you could always talk to. Being there for others fulfills her, and knowing she may have made a difference by simply listening or giving her advice. Jalea would like to add that every one of her fellow nominees are one-of-a-kind people, and she couldn't be more proud of them for making an impact on others. You were all nominated for reasons that reflect what we represent as Hornets, and she appreciates all of you endlessly. Jalea is being escorted tonight by Gabe Phillips. Gabe is the son of Charles and Peggy Phillips. Gabe plays football, basketball, and is also a member of Varsity Club. His current plans are to play college basketball after high school. He is currently undecided on his school and major. Gabe's favorite high school memory is playing sports and going to Freddy's with the boys. If Gabe could give one piece of advice to others, he would say to go be great and live every day like it's your last. Gabe wants to be remembered as a humble guy who did everything as best as he could. Let's give a round of applause for our first King and Queen candidates. Our next homecoming candidate is Tanza Jolie Holmes. She is the daughter of Wesley and Tennille Holmes. Tanza is involved in drama club, FCA, prom committee, environmental club, theater, madrigals, the musical, and Hornet highlights. Her athletics include 3 years of school volleyball, 7 years of club volleyball, swimming, and cross country. Her future plans are to play volleyball at Kansas Wesleyan and study to be a pediatric nurse. Her favorite memory of high school is being on the swim team because it's fun and she loves the people. If Tanza could give advice to her younger self and others, she would say, make yourself proud, love unconditionally, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. You never know where it'll take you. Tanza hopes to be remembered as someone with a good heart that always wore a smile. She would also like to give a thank you to the VCHS staff for everything they do and thank her friends for all of their love and support. Tanza is being escorted tonight by Lucas Scott Hall. Lucas is the son of Larry and Heather Hall. Lucas is involved in cross country, track, and FCA. He plans to attend Bethel College in North Newton on a cross country and track scholarship and major in nursing. His favorite memories were midnight miles and spending time with his teammates. A piece of advice to his younger self and others is to get involved and don't be afraid to try new things. Lucas would like to be remembered as someone that was always willing to be there for people, no matter the situation. How about a big round of applause for Tanza Holmes and Lucas Hall?
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
Our final Queen candidate of the evening is Tegan Grace Horning. Tegan is the daughter of Christy and William Horning. She is involved in cross country, band, track, FCA, and NHS. Her current plans are to attend K-State and study music education to become a band director. Tegan's favorite high school memory was the band's performance of High Score at the Neowalla Marching Festival. Everyone played their hearts out, and she is thankful her last high school performance was a memorable one. A piece of advice from Tegan to others is that you truly never know when you are experiencing high school events and creating those memories for the last time. So make the most of every experience. Get to know your peers genuinely and never stop loving the person next to you. Tegan would like to be remembered as someone who invested in others' lives and inspired them. She also wants to be remembered as someone who freely shared God's love with others. Tegan is escorted tonight by Dale Laverne Waters III, aka Trip. Trip is the son of DJ and Natasha Waters. Trip attends New Anthem Community Church, where he is the head drummer. He is also involved in drumline and band, Link Crew, SAD, and Friendship Club. His future plans are to finish up the construction science program through WSU Tech and to begin working in the carpentry field. His favorite memory in high school was getting to be involved in 4 years of drumline under the direction of Jan Verboom, Amanda Jolly, and Bree Parker. He also enjoyed getting to spend the weekend with his best friends in Colorado for freshman year's band trip. Some advice Trip wishes to share with his younger self and others is to stay focused, work hard, and be your best you each and every day. Trip wants to be remembered as someone who stayed Christ-focused and always remembered to put others before himself. He would also like to give a quick shout out to everyone's favorite lunch lady, Mrs. Natasha Waters. Love you lots, Mom. Let's give a big round of applause for all our candidates this evening. 2019 Fall Homecoming King and Queen, Colton Donovan Michael Brillhart, and stepping in for previous Queen Ellie Schenk is Randy Nicole Leiker. Colton is currently staying home from school right now due to COVID, but he plans to attend BYU. Next year, he plans to embark on a 2-year mission trip, and he currently works at Chick-fil-A. Randy is enrolled in medical coding courses and is working at Newton Medical Center. She is also signed with a talent agency. They are assisted this evening by Colby Edwards and Lainey LeCure. Colby is the son of Chris and Curie Edwards. Colby's favorite thing to do is play shoot ball and hit a golf ball around the backyard. When Colby grows up, he wants to be a basketball player. Lainey is the daughter of Scott and Victoria LeCure. When she grows up, she wants to be a frozen princess. Once again, big applause for all fall homecoming court. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Your 2020 fall homecoming king is Gabe Phillips. Down here to the 50, please. Tanza home. Once again, congratulations to all our candidates. Let's bring all the candidates together for a few photos there.
We made it! Yeah.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience.
And professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we are back in Valley Center. 12-7 is your score. The Andover Central Jaguars are on top of the Valley Center Hornets by 5. Caleb, what'd you take away from the first half?
Well, and I think you mentioned it when we were talking at halftime, but I really like what the Hornets did in that first half. They took an offense that averages 40 points and shut them down quite a bit, only allowing 12. They had some really good defensive stops, and they weren't able to force takeaways like they wanted to against this team. But so far, they've stood their ground. They've stood tall and hit hard. And I think this Andover Central Jaguars team they're kind of frantic, and they're not where they expected to be in this game. And then on the offensive side of the ball for the Hornets, they continue running it, trying time and time again, trying to stay patient with it. And I say the option here in the second half. I mean, I understand why you tried to stay patient with it, but you start off hot, start off firing the ball down the field, passing. I think you can find some success early in the half. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they can do with the half.
And Andover Central is going to be kicking to Valley Center. Back deep to receive is number 35, Hunter Sharp. And here to kick for Andover Central is number 15, Chase White. And the kick is away to start the second half. And right there, looks like Cade Wilson who took that. And that is his second return of this game.
Well, and out comes this offense led by Dominic Phillips. Dominant first half so far, and I liked what he did in that first half, but a play action every now and then would be kind of interesting. I think it'd mix it up a little bit more, keep this Andover Central Jaguars on their toes. And like I said, completely understand why you're running it. Dominic Phillips having a great game, but you want to get some big points on this board, get some momentum going. I think that's the way to do it.
And we'll see if that's what they do here. I formation here for the Hornets. Twins out to the left. Toss to the left out for Phillips. Phillips trying to get to the outside. And he is hit and pushed out of bounds. He will gain about 2 yards there on that carry. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Excuse me, 2nd and 9.
And, I mean, simply just trying to rush his way to that edge and then trying to cut it back at the end of that play there. And it's tough. Absolute incredible pursuit by this Jaguars defense. And overall, in pretty much every sport, they are an athletic team at every position. And it showed there with their pursuit on that play.
And excuse me, a 2nd and 10 here, what the Hornets are facing. I formation, Twins out to the right. Fake toss there, Harden rolls out. Fires downfield, looking for Hunter Sharp, and that is just over the hands there.
And that was an incredible play right there. I'm failing to see his number right now. That is 39. But over the shoulder, I mean, that was an amazing play. Making a play on the ball without even turning your head and knocking it away. Oh, excuse me, that is 33, Noah Garcia. But just an incredible play to stop Hunter Sharp there on the corner route. And he was in bad position as well. Knocked the ball away, just put his hands up in the air and was able to tip it away.
And Hunter Sharp really wanted that catch. You can see there at the end of the play. I formation here for the Hornets. Fake handoff there. Harden rolls out. And he fires. And Gabe Phillips almost had the catch, but he did drop it. And that right there will bring up a 4th down for the Valley Center Hornets.
Well, I mean, punt team comes out here. Good decision from the 35 to bring out the punt team. But I think that is one thing that, yes, you are patient with the running game, but you also have to be patient through the air as well. You're not going to get those big, explosive 25-yard plays on your first drive of all passing. So, I mean, yes, didn't work out there, but I say stay patient through the air and you'll find success. Caleb Harden has shown he's talented, just needs a little bit of a warm-up right now.
Cade Wilson punts the ball away. And good punt there. It'll be down at about the 29, 28-yard line. So that'll bring out the Andover Central offense, led by quarterback number 15, Chase White.
And Chase White didn't have the first half he wanted through the air. Yes, he did have a passing touchdown, but it was mainly dominated by running back Jacob Reese and Ashton Barkduel. And understand why they didn't continue throwing it, because they were having an incredible first half, and I expect the ball to stay on the ground right now.
White out of the shotgun, motion, and it looks like right there, that is number 6, Sims. He will keep it, but he is wrapped up at about the 35.
And that was an incredible play there by Sims, just following his blockers, making a few shifty moves here and there, and solid play by him on that jet sweep. And actually, interesting tidbit there is that technically counts as a forward pass and a completion from White to Sims. So technically a pass play on that one.
So yeah, that right there just adds to his completion percentage. And White out of the shotgun, twins out to the left, one receiver out to the right. And that is a give to Reese. Reese up the middle. Reese pushing over defenders. He gets the first down and then some. And that'll move the chains there for Andover Central.
Well, I love what Reese just did there. Ran with complete full momentum. But I also love the energy that Hunter Sharp matched it. And before this game, Coach Secure told every one of these players, you will have to fundamentally tackle both of these running backs. And Hunter Sharp is a guy who lives on fundamental tackles. You're not going to run over him. He will bring you down.
White out of the shotgun, twins out to the left, one receiver to the right. Toss to Reese. Reese goes to the left, and Reese will pick up another first down. Another good run there.
And you wonder why he has almost 8 yards a carry. The way he gets second level, the way he follows his blockers is just unmatched at high school football. A good lead block to the outside from Sims, and then a receiver out there doing his job, and he splits that gap, just keeps moving, and not only does he follow his blockers and read them well, but he does it with pace. He always has speed on him, and so incredible play. Just love the running style of Reese.
And White here. Another shotgun. That is a give to Reese. And Reese goes right up the middle. And he gains a couple yards there. That'll bring a second down for Andover Central.
Well, all of the offensive line moving to the right there. And just a slight gap there from Reese. Sees it, bursts through it, and gets us all a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 here for Andover Central. White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the right. One receiver out to the left. Reese in the backfield. White will take the snap. He'll drop back. Fires down the middle. And that pass was just off the mark there. Pass intended to number 81, Kyle Coleman.
And yet again, we're seeing a levels concept here from the Andover Central Jaguars. An in route about 10 yards, from the line of scrimmage. Enough for Hunter Sharp to be there. And then you see Cade Wilson on the opposite side manning up a post route that went about 20, 25 yards down the field. So another levels concept, and yet again falls incomplete.
3rd and 6 here for Andover Central. White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the right. Motion, Sims out to the left. That is a give there to Reese. Reese trying to push for that first down. It looks like they will give it to him. That'll move the chains there for Andover Central.
Well, I really struggle to understand how Jacob Reese is so incredible at reading the offensive line. I mean, this is unmatched. I don't think I've ever seen a high school football player this good at reading their offensive line. Linebacker coming off the edge because he read the play and just cut behind his blocker, got a solid gain, and he turns nothing into something every time.
Just to give to Reese. Reese goes right up the middle, and he is brought down early. Gain of 1 there on the play.
And right there, Reese just stuffed in that backfield, and defensively, they're tired of it. They're not having this. I mean, it's when you can go through any gap in the offensive line, that means this offensive line or defensive line and the linebackers have to seal up every single hole every single time. And it's really tough to do. They're tired of that, and they want to get a hit off.
Screen pass there to Davin Sims. Davin Sims going to the outside, trying to find something. And looks like he stepped out of bounds there. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 2 here for Andover Central.
And just a simple flare route to Davin Sims. And with such a prolific deep passing offense, I said it earlier in the game, screenplay works pretty much every time because it's a shorter type route. You're expecting your guys to go deep down the field, and seeing a little flare route like that, tends to work out most times.
3rd and 2 here for the Jaguars. White out of the shotgun, twins out to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. Motion. White takes a snap, give there to Reese, and it looks like he is stopped early, and that is going to be a 3rd down stop for the Hornets. That'll bring up 4th down for the Jaguars.
I don't think you really could have telecasted that one better. It's 3rd and short. Reese is the obvious option, and you do so much as to motion across Jackson Reese, his brother. I mean, that's pretty obvious that he's going to be the lead blocker, and it is a run to the left for Jacob Reese. And so Hornets, easy play recognition there, make the stop.
And the Jaguars staying out on the field. They want this 1st down. Out of the shotgun here is White. Give there. And it looks like he is going to be short. That is a 4th down stop there for the Hornets.
And I like the play call there, misdirection. Like I said last play, Reese motioned, and then Jacob Reese went the same way. This time he went the opposite way. And this Hornets team was not having it with any of those running plays on that last set of downs. So enough to make a solid stop. You set the tone defensively, and now you give your offense another chance to go out there, air out the ball a little bit more, get the feel of it, and try and start moving the chains a little bit.
And with that 4th down stop, that'll bring the ball to the 31-yard line. I formation here for the Hornets. Just to give there to Phillips. Phillips is wrapped up early. He'll get a gain of 1 on the play.
And I said it last time after a 1st down run. I think play action right now, I mean, obviously that is a setup type play. You want to get a failed run so you can correctly play action and draw that defense in like you want to. But, I mean, right there, that is a setup play, but I think 2nd down is the time to go play action.
2nd down and 9 here for the Hornets. Going to be set up in I formation. 1 receiver out to the right. Harden under center. Fake to Phillips. Fires out to Gabe Phillips, his brother, who strives to try and get the 1st down. He is going to be just short. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Hornets.
Well, and with a double tight formation and you're looking to pass off of play action, the obvious call is to go to Gabe Phillips. Gabe Phillips is a guy who's been a surefire target all year. I mean, really an incredible guy and someone he can rely on every time. He's had 21 receptions on the year. And, I mean, anytime you go to him, he's got big enough, strong enough hands to make the play even if he's in coverage. And trying to work that edge there just short of a 1st down.
3rd and 1 here. What do you expect them to do, Caleb?
I know I'd like them to air it out, but in this particular situation, I say simple run up the gut to Ben Warner. It's worked out in the past, and I see no reason why it wouldn't work out here.
Ben Warner, he is quick off the ball, as we've seen in previous games, so we'll see if that is what they do here. I formation here, Harden under center. And a give to Warner. Looks like he's going to be right at that line. Let's see if they give it to him.
Well, and it's tough as a fullback. There were, I believe, 8 guys in the box there, 7 of which were on the offensive line. It's tough to make any run play happen if it's like that. So 4th down and inches, and I mean, clearly correct play call. Keep the offense on the field. 5:50 remaining in this third quarter. And I mean, yes, it's a high risk play, but you have 2 inches. And so I say why not go for it? And clearly Coach LaCure agrees.
Split I formation toss there to Phillips. Phillips trying to get that first down. It looks like he will get it. And he is pushed out of bounds, not before getting that first down. And that first down is brought to you by E-Cars.
So there goes Dominic Phillips. I expected to run up the gut, but they decided to mix it up and quick toss play over to the edge. And with the way that Dominic Phillips stays patient, tries to force the play, and then cut it up north-south once he gets to the sideline, I mean, that's a perfect play call in that type of situation.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Lined up in I formation, 1 receiver out to the right. Motion there. Give to Phillips. Phillips finds the hole. And he gets a good gain there, gain of about 7.
And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I love the way that Dominic Phillips runs with the football. Le'Veon Bell type guy, goes up to the line of scrimmage once he has that ball, and then kind of just, he stops there. He wants to see how the offensive line is going to develop. So the way he reads gaps is just incredible, impeccable. He's relying on his offensive line, but he's doing an incredible job, and it shows time and time again why he's a successful runner.
I formation here for the Hornets. Motion. It's like a give to Ben Warner. Ben Warner right up the middle. He'll have the first down and then some. And that'll move the chains for Valley Center. There is a flag on the play.
And they had to move the spot of the marker. So you'd have to think it's either a holding or maybe face mask, something along the lines. It is a face mask on the defense.
And that first down is brought to you by Chaos Apparel.
Well, I'm excited to see the chains keep moving there, and a really incredible play by Ben Warner. Shows yet again why he is in that backfield. He has played a lot of offensive line in the past, but clearly a good fit for fullback.
1st and 10 here for Valley Center. The ball is on the Andover Central 29-yard line. I formation here for the Hornets. Motion over. 1 receiver out to the left. Give to Phillips. Phillips find the hole, but not before he is hit hard at about the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And a good gap there. Just a good fill by the linebacker. Simple as that. And that's why you see Phillips get through the hole and then get hit hard right after that. Good fill by this linebacking core. They're yet again, I mean, they're incredibly talented at reading the play. They are a linebacking core that reads in the backfield rather than guards, because most linebackers just read guards and react based on what the guards are doing. But they actually look at the backfield and try to make plays based on that.
Double fullback formation. That was a fake there. And just over the hands of Cameron Kaufman. That pass incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 here for the Valley Center Hornets.
And I say right now, I mean, play action, probably not the way to go. Just, well, at least for 3rd down, that was a solid play call. But for 3rd down and 10 right now, I say drop back and pass it. And I don't think a play action would necessarily do anything to help the offense right now. But drop back and pass it. Maybe something to Gabe Phillips. I think that's the play call here.
Well, let's see if you are correct. Split I formation. 1 receiver out to the right. Harden under center. And looks like we have a jump there on Valley Center.
And now, I mean, it's a changed game. I think you have to go a little bit more spread formation here. Wouldn't be surprised to see some substitutions. Looks like they will keep the same personnel on the field, but, I mean, a pass or maybe a screen, as you mentioned earlier, maybe that might be the way to go, but I think it has to go through the air here.
A 3rd and 15 here for the Hornets. Let's see if they can convert. Split eye formation, one receiver out to the right, Harden under center. Takes a snap. Give to Phillips. Phillips is hit at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll be a loss of 1 yard there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Hornets.
And I think it's out of the range of Hunter Sharp from the 35-yard line. And that'd be quite a long field goal, 52 yards to be precise. So we can expect a good punt here from Cade Wilson.
Looks like Hunter Sharp is going to be the punter here.
And now's the perfect time. You try and get backspin, and you can really pin the Jaguars deep.
High snap, but he has it. Cade Wilson is back, and he downs the ball right next to the goal line.
And that is a perfect punt, on point. Good play by Cade Wilson making the stop. And, I mean, that is truly remarkable.
And Cade Wilson is fast, so I like what they did there. Got Cade down there, so whenever that punt came down, he could be right there next to the goal line to down it, to put Andover Central in field position that is right next to their own end zone. And so Valley Center here now wanting to stop Andover Central from any movement. Out of the shotgun is White. Twins out to the right, excuse me. Run right up the middle there.
The obvious call is hand it off to the guy who breaks tackles easily. Can't get a safety if he can't get brought down, but there he is after a gain of 5.
Now is number 22, Ashton Barkduel, who has had a great game so far, who's very quick off the ball, and he can make a play out of nothing. 2nd down here for the Jaguars. Twins out to the right.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a pass here.
Just a give to Barkduel. Looks like no gain there on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Jaguars.
And attempting a draw play there on 2nd down, I mean, makes sense in my mind, and I think in a lot of people's minds this would have been a pass play on 2nd down now that you have some room to work with in the pocket. But a draw play, solid, unexpected type play. And now you have a big task here on 3rd down because you punt out of your own end zone. That's going to be tough to defend.
Out of the shotgun here is White. Twins out to the right. And that is caught there by number 10, Jack Bell. And he stays on the feet, but he is brought down, and that is going to be a 1st down. That'll move the chains for Andover Central.
And I love that. I saw that concept earlier from the Hornets. And we saw that route to Hunter Stacy. This time it was to Jack Bell of the Jaguars. Hitch route there just to get enough to get the chains. Some confusion on the field. Oh, it is a flag on the play.
That right there will just scoot Andover Central back. Third and 9 here for the Jaguars. Trips out to the right, one receiver to the left. In the shotgun now is White. White drops back. He rolls out right. And that catch there is incomplete. Pass intended for number 81, Kyle Coleman. That'll bring up 4th down here for the Jaguars.
And I love that play there from Cade Wilson. An absolute effort play there. Sees the rollout, understands that's very clearly where the ball's going to go. So he goes down with speed, and rather than trying to make a play on the ball, he just knows, get a stop, hit the wide receiver hard enough, and he won't be able to catch it. Solid play there by Cade Wilson.
Back to punt the ball is number 11, Jacob Horn. Back deep to receive is number 35, Hunter Sharp. And the ball is down there. And that'll bring out the Valley Center offense with great field position.
And now, I mean, you have 1 minute remaining in the 3rd quarter, and I say why not run it? Try and eat up the clock, take away this 3rd quarter, and then punch it in for a touchdown. And if you're able to punch it in for a touchdown, you'll be up by 1 point even before the PAT. And so now you have solid chance to go up by 2. Running is probably the way they'll go here.
High formation here is the Hornets. Fake toss, roll out right, and that is caught by Gabe Phillips. And that'll move the chains there for the Hornets. That first down is brought to you by Johnson Gauge and Inspection.
And that was a really good play, both by Phillips and Harden. I love the way Harden shifted in the pocket, realized his tackle was dropping, so he kept his eyes downfield, but still managed to shift forward. And then on the right side, we saw a comeback route, 15 yards to 12 yards from Phillips. Recognized where the chains were, was able to make the catch on the sideline, first down Valley Center.
And the Hornets now with a 1st and 10. I formation, twins out to left, one receiver out to the right. Fake handoff, fires, and that is caught by Hunter Sharp. And that will move the chains there for Valley Center, I believe. And that'll bring up 1st and goal here for the Hornets. That first down is brought to you by 1-800-JUNK-PRO.
And so now it's 1st and goal. Good position to punch it in. Short little play maybe to the right side. Possibly a screen, something like that. Maybe that play have been Warner that we've seen in the past. But that will end off the quarter first, so we'll have to see that after this break.
12-7 is your score. We'll see you here in Valley Center after a few messages.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
And we are back here in Valley Center. The start of the 4th quarter, 12-7 is your score. The Jaguars are on top of the Hornets by 5. 1st and goal here for the Hornets.
And you punch it in here. You go up by 1, Caden. This is an ideal position. Not only that, but you set the tone in the past couple drives defensively. So I see you're set up for pretty solid defensive performance here.
High formation here is the Hornets. Fake toss, rolls out right. And that is caught by Gabe Phillips, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Valley Center.
And the homecoming king does it once again. He's got 4 touchdowns on the season. That is now his 5th. And I said it, just a simple like screen type play and trying to break that edge. Does just that. Dives in for the Hornet touchdown.
And that Hornet touchdown is brought to you by All Saints Home Care. With that touchdown, that'll bring the Hornets to have a 1-point lead against the Jaguars. Hunter Sharp here to attempt the extra point. The snap and the hold is good, and the kick is good. That'll bring the Hornets up by 2.
And really, everything has gone right so far in this second half for your Hornets. They've held the Jaguars scoreless, and here they are finding success early in this 4th quarter, and I think it'll be an interesting one. You have some momentum. You're at home here. You got some energy going. Now's the perfect time. Make a defensive stop, and you're looking at possibly sealing out this game.
And last week, 14-12 was the score of the Valley Center and Salina Central game, where Valley Center did come on top of the Mustangs to advance to a 2-2 record.
Well, and it was a much different story last week. It was mostly dominated first half by your Hornets, and then we saw the Mustangs try and make a comeback, but here we see the Hornets being the ones trying to make the comeback, and in this situation, they were successful in that. Or they have been successful thus far. Got a knock on wood real quick there, Caden.
Hunter Sharp here to kick. Back deep to receive is number 17, Kyron Parrott, and number 22, Ashton Barkduel. Barkduel takes it. And he shakes off a few defenders before he is brought down at about the 42-yard line. That'll set up the Jaguar offense with a 1st and 10.
Well, we haven't seen much out of the air from Chase White. And I say right now, I mean, you're down, and you're down by 2. I say now is the perfect time to start letting him air it out quite a bit more. He averages 212 passing yards a game, and I think we've hardly seen that. So it'll be interesting to see.
Out of the shotgun, Reese takes it, and he cuts through the defense a little bit right there, and he gains some yards out of nothing. And right there, that'll bring up 2nd down for Andover Central.
Well, and to contradict what I just said, I mean, sure, passing it with White is good, but I say go back, or they say go back to what has been working, and clearly that's been the run game. Andover Central has everything set up for a long drive.
White in the shotgun, trips out to left, 1 receiver to the right. Right there's Davin Sims. Davin Sims will take it, and he is gaining a few yards and a 1st down, and that'll move the chains there for Andover Central.
Well, I've talked about Jacob Reese and Ashton Barkduel, how they read the offensive line well. That was a good job by Sims of reading his blockers well. Downfield, he was able to outmaneuver some of the Hornets' defensive players because he was reading and following his blockers well.
Out of the shotgun here is White, trips out to the left. Right there, that's just a give to Reese. Reese will go to the outside. He'll gain some yards. And Reese getting close to the 1st down. Looks like he will pick it up and move the chains.
Well, as much credit as I always love to give to the offensive line, that was simply an incredible play by Reese. 2 stiff arms in the backfield, makes the play himself, bounces it outside. He can do everything pretty much on his own.
And with that, that'll bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Andover Central Jaguars. Andover Central, we have White out of the shotgun. Twins out to the left and to the right. Motion. Handoff to Reese. Reese goes up the middle, gains a few yards. That'll bring up 2nd down for Andover Central.
And I think play action is the call on 2nd down. Not as successful as a run as you've seen in the past, so play action is the way to go. You're starting to get these Hornets defenders on their heels, and now's the perfect time.
2nd down here for the Jaguars. Trips out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. White in the shotgun. White will take it. It's Davin Sims. Davin will pick up about a yard on that, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Jaguars.
Well, I said pass, and I thought it would lead to success for the Jaguars, but clearly the relentless pursuit of Hunter Sharp being there almost before the ball has just been incredible, making another play.
And 3rd down and 6 here for the Jaguars. Trips out to the right, 1 receiver to the left. White in the shotgun. White will drop back. He's looking. And that is Reese gets it. And Reese is chugging along, but it will not be enough for the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down here for the Jaguars. Caleb, if you're the Andover Central coach, what do you do in this situation?
I say right now, I mean, there are 2 options. You can trust your defense and punt it, but right now, because of the field position, going for it is the way to go. And I say give it to Jacob Reese, the guy who's been the surefire running back all night.
Well, let's see if you're correct. White out of the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. Toss there to Reese. Reese will pick up the 1st down and then some. That'll move the chains there for Andover Central.
Well, my thought was give it to Reese up the middle, but that clearly works too. Let him take it to the outside, make the play with his speed rather than his size. And yet again, I think this has clearly been working, has been this run game for the Jaguars.
1st and 10 here for the Jaguars on the 21. In the shotgun is White. Trips out to the right. Toss there to Reese. Reese is caught in the backfield. That'll be a loss of yards.
Well, I mean, right there, yet again, good pursuit by this Hornets defense, and they are yet again showing why they're just an incredible team, and they swarm around players at all times on the defensive side, so it's a very fun one to watch.
That'll bring up 2nd and 14 here for the Jaguars. Out of the shotgun is White. Trips out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. White drops back. He fires downfield. And that is incomplete. Pass intended for number 81, Kyle Coleman.
And Sharp right there on the coverage, intended for Coleman, falls incomplete. Understands that in order to be counted as a completion, you have to have full possession on that ball. And Sharp, yes, he let him make contact with the ball, but in the middle of him trying to grab onto it, swatted it away. And really good play there by Sharp, making the stop.
And that'll bring up 3rd and 14 here for the Jaguars. Lined up in the shotgun. Motioned over. White takes it, drops back. He fires down. That's Reese. Reese is hit, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That is going to be a loss of yards there for the Jaguars.
And I said it before the game, Caden, stay at home, do your job, nothing more, nothing less. The Hornets on that play stayed at home. They did their job. And Cade Wilson in that instance did a little bit more than he should have, but incredible play, did the job that he needed to do, made the stop. An incredible play, forcing 4th down and clearly out of field goal range quite a bit now.
So it is a 4th and 20 here. 14-12 is your score. We'll be back here in Valley Center after a few messages.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible...
And we are back here in Valley Center. 4th and 20 here for the Jaguars. Wide out of the shotgun. 2 receivers out to the right. He rolls to the right. Looking for somebody, but he is wrapped up in the backfield. And that will be a turnover on down for the Hornets.
And we talked about that during that break, Caden, weighing the risks of going for it on 4th down. I don't think the Jaguars even planned on getting sacked there, but another incredible play by this defensive line. They seem to just eat up the game and completely control a lot of quarterbacks. And so now not only do the Hornets force a turnover downs, they have way better field position now.
And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Hornets on the 40-yard line. Let's see what they can do on this drive. I formation here is the Hornets. Harden under center. 1 receiver out to the left.
Well, now you have time. I mean, the strategy is to run the ball up the middle every time or run it.
Toss to Phillips out to the right, and he has some room. And he keeps working, and that'll bring up a 1st down and then some. Good run there by Phillips.
Well, and I was expecting 3 yards in a cloud of dust when in a drive like this. That's all you really want. But yet again, Dominic Phillips showing what a talented runner he is in making a play out of, perfect timing.
And that 1st down is brought to you by Nick's Barbershop. First and 10 here for the Hornets.
Well, right now, if you're able to punch it in for a touchdown, you're in really good position.
I formation, give to Phillips. Phillips is just hit right there at the line. But he did push the pile a little bit. That'll be a gain of yards there on the play.
And I said it earlier on his big play that almost got him a touchdown. He always keeps his legs churning. The legs never stop for him in the running game. So it's always fun to see him run because there's no sign of giving up for him.
2nd down here for the Hornets. 2nd down and 9 to go. I formation as the Hornets. Twins out to the left. Harden under center. Harden takes a snap. It's a give to Warner. Warner going right up the middle. He'll get a gain of about 1 there on that play to bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
And right now here, I think the call is a toss play to the left. You want to obviously keep it on the ground. The chance for a turnover when you're through the air, I mean, it's pretty risky. So I say keep it on the ground. Toss play has clearly worked in the past for Phillips. And with the open side of the field, that's clearly the way to attack. Give him some leverage on that sideline.
And as you can see earlier in this game, Phillips has had some success on the outside. Once he gets to the outside, he's had some space to work with. And so we'll see if that's what he can do here. Hard under center. Fake toss. Rolls out. Fires. And that there is caught. Nope. They are saying incomplete. That is about a catch there. Hunter Sharp.
And, I mean, a really risky play, but it clearly worked out. And that's a sign of your coaches trusting your players. And they were very close to a first down. Just maybe an inch or two from being in bounds.
And that'll bring up 4th down here for the Hornets. Hunter Sharp here to kick the ball away.
Flag on the far side of the field.
And the punt, does go out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
And it was before the snap, maybe a false start. So illegal formation is the call, and the penalty will be added to the end of the should have been run. They will count it where it flew out of bounds, but it'll be added to the end of that.
1st and 10 here for the Jaguars. First and 10 here for the Jaguars. Out of the shotgun, White. Twins out to the right, 1 receiver to the left. That is a toss there. And right there, number 22, Ashton Barkduel, trying to get something. He does get a few yards there on that carry, but not a whole lot.
Well, they wanted success there for Barkduel, weren't able to find it. Good defensive line. The Hornets did a good job on the defensive line, getting through their man and then sliding down the line, trying to create chaos for Barkduel and not giving him any gaps.
Twins out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. White in the shotgun. White drops back. He's looking. And he's firing downfield. And that pass is intercepted. Intercepted by number 9, Cameron Kaufman.
And I absolutely love that play there. Kaufman understands that if the ball gets past him, Wilson is there to make the stop. He goes up for the ball, tries to make a play on the ball, and does exactly that. Gets the 2nd Hornet interception on the season.
And that right there, White looking for his big receiver, number 81, Kyle Coleman, to get up there and get that grab. But Cameron Kaufman went up there and contested that catch and came down with the ball. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Valley Center. Harden here. I formation, 1 receiver out to the left. Give to Phillips right the middle. Phillips finds a hole, and he'll get a good carry there. That'll bring up 2nd down for the Hornets.
And now the Hornets are moving and grooving. You keep it on the ground, you keep those chains moving, and you're going to find yourself with a winning record. I will go ahead and knock on wood, but, I mean, this has been a really fun game for the Hornets, and they found a lot of success so far tonight.
And like we were talking about earlier, this Jaguar offense puts up 40 points per game. And Valley Center here, their defense, they're shutting them down to hold them to 12 tonight. Split I formation, Harden under center. Give to Phillips. Phillips is hit early. And that'll bring up 3rd down for Valley Center.
Well, and you mentioned before the play, 40 points per game. But I said this before the game started, and this is something that affected the Hornets in the previous 2 games in which they won. The Hornets had gone on the defensive side first drive, both of their winning games so far, and they were able to set the tone defensively. They set the tone, they hit hard, and they stopped those offenses from succeeding, and that's exactly what they've done so far tonight, and that's why this Central offense hasn't been able to find success like they typically do.
Harden rolls out. He is looking. He found Gabe Phillips. That'll be a first down Valley Center. That first down is brought to you by the food guy.
And another levels concept there. You see Warner rolling out on that little arrow route, and then there goes Gabe Phillips, 10-yard out route, and Hunter Stacy, good job on the left side, go route, trying to clear out some defenders, and does exactly that. Gets Gabe Phillips open. Good play yet again, and Gabe Phillips shows why he's one of the best receivers on this team. He is leading the Hornets in every receiving statistic so far this year.
2:40 left in this game. 1st and 10 here for the Hornets in the I formation. Toss out to Phillips. Phillips is going to the outside. Phillips cuts back in. And Phillips is brought down, not after getting to the first down, and then some.
Well,
that first down is brought to you by Don Hatton Chevrolet.
And I said it before the game, the Phillips brothers have accounted for more than half of this Hornets team touchdowns on the year, and it is so fun to watch them back-to-back plays, and we've seen it before. One goes out and makes a play, and then the other brother goes out and makes a play. They're just so incredibly talented and incredibly athletic, and it's fun to see them play night, week in, week out.
One receiver out to the left. Hornets in the I formation. Give to Phillips. Phillips is wrapped up early, and that'll be a loss of yards.
And Andover Central getting a little feisty there. I mean, it's understood that under 2 minutes now, and you're looking to rip the ball away from them, but definitely getting a little feisty. This is a big rivalry, so something to watch out for later in the game.
And 14-12 your score. We'll be back here in Valley Center after a few short messages.
Place to call home.
And we are back here in Valley Center. 2 minutes left on the clock. 14-12 is your score. Hornets in the I formation. Motion out to the left. One receiver out to the left. Gabe Phillips with the toss. He is hit early. And that'll be a loss of 2 there. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
And, I mean, really, so far this is
14-12 is your score. Valley Center after a few short messages. And we are back in Valley Center. 1:54 left in this game. 14-12 is your score. 3rd and 14 here. Caleb, what would you do if you're Valley Center head coach?
I mean, right now, it's risky, but I say pass it. I mean, even if they do get the ball back 1 minute, 54 seconds, you can trust your defense a little bit. But getting a first down here is kind of crucial later in this game. Or you can run it and try and eat up as much clock as you possibly can and attempt a field goal, something like that. But this is going to be a big play. I know that much, Caden.
I formation here for the Hornets. That's a give to Phillips right up the middle. And he is hit and brought down. That'll bring up 4th down for the Hornets. 1:45 left in this game.
And no timeouts remaining from the Jaguars. You can eat up about 40 seconds of this clock and then try and punt it, pin them back deep, and then you trust your defense. They have to keep the Jaguars from scoring all the way across the field in a minute, which I think clearly can be done. They've set the tone so far this game. And I think that's the play call here. You eat up the play clock until about 1 or 2 seconds remaining, and then you snap the ball, or maybe you punt it. Not quite sure of the play call, but excuse me, I believe they'll take the penalty. Or they will take a timeout. I apologize. And we'll keep it here, but so far, I mean, this has been a really successful game tonight for the Hornets, and it's definitely been a fun one to watch, seeing them have some success. And the Hornets will move on to play Andover next week. And I believe it will be at Andover. It is at Andover, so always a fun one. And the Hornets have had quite a rivalry against Andover for quite a while now. And they are starting a 4-year starter at quarterback. And so it's always an interesting one to watch. We see the Hornets now finding some success, and then you're going into an away stadium of an already really successful team. So it will be interesting to see.
And with this 4th down, Hunter Sharp is here to punt the ball. Let's see if they can repeat what they did earlier of pinning them back at the 1-yard line. 1:08 left in the game. High snap. Sharp kicks it, and that'll go out of bounds. And that'll bring out this Andover Central offense led by quarterback number 15, Chase White.
I mean, this is quite clearly the deciding drive. 1 minute, 1 second remains on the clock. And Chase White out here, have not seen much of his arm. Would not be surprised to see, I mean, that's pretty much the only option right now driving down the field. 80 yards in a minute. You have to air it out. So, I mean, the Hornets cover for prevent right now. Pretty obvious call. We'll see what happens.
White drops back. And that throw is off the mark. Pass intended for number 6, Davin Sims, who's been one of his favorite receivers tonight.
Well, and I hate to assume the rest of the drive by one play, but typically the first play of your drive is the tone-setting play, especially in a drive like this one. So the Jaguars will need to recover from that one pretty quickly.
Out of the shotgun here is White. Twins to the left and the right. White drops back. Fires over. And that pass will not be completed on the sideline. That pass was intended for number 81, Kyle Coleman, who has not had much action tonight. That'll bring up 3rd down for Andover Central.
And I mentioned this before the game and talking to you, Caden. Coleman is the guy that they will go to when it comes down to it. They need him to come up big in big situations, and he almost did just that, just inches out of bounds and incomplete.
3rd and 10 here for the Jaguars in the shotgun. White drops back, fires, and that pass is incomplete there. Cade Wilson comes in and hits number 10, Jack Bell, hard, and Jack drops that ball.
And this is not the first incompletion he's forced tonight because of his athleticism and his hard hitting. He's just incredible. The speed that he moves with downhill when he sees a pass come, and then also the power that he transitions that into. Cade Wilson is a true athlete, and it's fun.
Here, Flyers, this is the deciding factor. Trips out to the right, one receiver to the left. White scrambling. He's looking downfield. And he is brought down, and that'll be a turnover on down. Valley Center gets back that ball with 38 seconds left. And Andover Central also has no timeouts left.
Well, I think that about does it. You keep possession of this ball with 38 seconds left, and this has been an amazing game for your Hornets. They clutch it up in defense on the defensive side of the ball, and it's definitely been a fun one. They continue tone setting on the defensive side, and they are finding success everywhere on the field right now.
And with that, Valley Center is going to have a 1st and 10. And they'll just kneel it and close out this game and hand Andover Central their first loss of the season.
And your Hornets will move on to a winning record. And it hasn't been since 2016 that they've had a winning record. And through 5 games this year, they already have more wins than they did through 9 last year. So this has definitely been a mentally tougher team than I've seen in years past, Caden. And it has been so much fun to watch them. And I am very privileged to call for this team. So it's definitely been a fun one here tonight.
And Harden knees it. That right there should do it. And your Valley Center Hornets did start out with an 0-2 record, but now advanced to a 3-2 record. That is 3 straight wins for the Hornets, and they now handed Andover Central their first loss of the season. And the Hornets are loving it.
And that is an absolutely wonderful game. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. It has definitely been a fun one, and it shows this Hornets team can beat some very talented teams. It's definitely been a fun one. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm Caden Bashton.
Joined alongside by Caleb Rose.
Good night.